so good. I got such a good night's sleep. I went to bed at like 9:45, 10 o'clock maybe. Really early, really early. I woke up at 6:45, responded to all of your comments, started a new prayer journal. So happy. It's a good day.
And you got me.
I got you. I'm gonna do a workout today.
Do the squirrel can run for his life. Missed your opportunity, Screeds. Temperature is perfect.
Eating 101. I get so many questions from you guys asking, how do I eat healthy? Where do I even start? Like, how can I just eat healthy on a daily basis in an uncomplicated way, a way that works for my body, in a way that's enjoyable, sustainable, and maintainable? That is why today I'm going to be answering all of your questions in regards to healthy eating and just going over the basics in a way that's easy to understand and fun. We always keep it fun. As you might already know, or you probably know, or maybe you don't know, I used to struggle with binge eating disorder, and I used to just really struggle with, honestly, just my relationship with food and my body. I just know that it's a sensitive subject because I used to struggle with this, but what I can say is my struggle with binge eating actually led me to learning about how to intuitively eat for my body, and in a way that led to food freedom. It led to me actually falling more in love with health and fitness and getting certified through the National Academy of Sports Medicine. So honestly, I really do believe that God really worked that out for good in my life. Not that the eating disorder was good, but that I was able to share my story with so many of you and how I stopped binge eating, and it's truly changed so many lives. And so honestly, I'm really grateful for that struggle because I really wouldn't be where I am today. And that's why I am so passionate about health and fitness, because I found true freedom and I found true life transformation in eating in a way that just works for my body. So I'm gonna go over those basics today. I'm gonna really dive into just the simplicity of eating, and it's actually not as complicated as we make it out to be. I will say one more thing. I haven't binged for years. Ever since I made my very first video on how I stopped binge eating, I have never ever struggled with binge eating ever since, and it's because I truly have healed my mind and my body, and my soul is where it really started. I don't struggle with food addiction and food obsession and just really possessive, controlling, compulsive behavior around food. And so now I've come out on the other side, and I naturally lost the weight that I gained when I was binge eating, and I've been able to maintain a healthy weight ever since and live in a way that just honors my body and enjoys a healthy lifestyle without being obsessed and restricted and everything like that. I'm free. I have been just renewed from the inside out, and I could not be more happy just with the relationship that I have with my body and my healthy eating than I am today. I just feel really satisfied, and that is literally why I'm making this video, because I want to help you get to that place too. And if you're already in that place, I want to encourage you to stay there, and I just really want want to stand up and say that we as women really don't need to fall into those lies anymore of weight loss fast, or you can't eat this, or this food is bad, or this food is the only good food. It's just so unhealthy, and I really want you to thrive from the inside out. I don't want you to deprive yourself. I want you to thrive. If you watch my last video, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about, and if you really want to know more about how to form really good healthy habits around food and break some maybe unhealthy habits or habits that you no longer want, you can check out my last video, how to do that from a healthy way, in a way that just doesn't come from restriction. I've truly been set free, and that's why I want to make this video, because if you're struggling with food, or maybe you're just wanting to know more about healthy eating and how to incorporate more veggies in your diet, then this video is going to be for you. There's going to be two parts to this video. The first part is going to be food and our relationship with food. So it's going to be more about how we see our bodies in relationship to food. This is really important, in my opinion, as the foundation to healthy eating, because that's where it starts. It starts from the inside, and then we're going to have the outside, which is literally the food that we consume and that we eat. I'm not going to tell you what to eat or what diet, and when I say diet, I don't mean like a meal plan specifically. I mean what you consume. Like, my diet is full of fruits and veggies. That's what I'm talking about when I refer to diet, not dieting, which is like a restrictive way of eating. Okay, does that make sense? Hopefully it does. I think I did a good job of explaining that. Let's start off with, is there a way of eating that works for everyone? Let me just go ahead and give you that answer. Are you ready? You might be surprised. Yes, I believe that there is a way of eating that works for everyone, and that is intuitively eating, or AKA listening to your body. In the world of nutrition and dietitians and all that kind of stuff, it's called intuitive eating, which just means simply listening to the signals that your body is telling you. Hey, I'm hungry. Hey, I'm satisfied, or I'm full. It's just listening to your hunger signals and responding to them in a way that is going to honor your body. So let's dive into exactly the nitty-gritty of intuitive eating, what it is, and how you can do it. I believe that there is no such thing as one diet that works for everyone, and I honestly really stand by that. So I'm not going to be telling you what foods you should or shouldn't eat in this video. I think that is completely up for you to decide based on where you live, your financial situation, what makes your body thrive. I really believe that everyone is in such a different lifestyle that we really can't say this is the only way to eat. However, we can all listen to our bodies. God has given us hunger signals of, hey, I'm hungry, and hey, I'm full, and we can really truly honor those, and I'm gonna get into the details of that. I will leave a link to intuitive eating in the description box, and you can actually buy the book. I've read the book and it's totally changed my life, as well as Brain Over Binge, which is the book that helped me stop binge eating, as well as my ebook On Track, which goes over more of the spiritual side of really just having a healthier soul so that you can have a healthier mind and body. Now, the first way of intuitive eating is to reject the diet mentality. So no longer saying I can only eat this amount of food, or I can't have this food. It's basically just to say I am done listening to a plan for my body, and I'm now going to listen to the internal roadmap that is already built within me, that God has placed inside of me, of again being hungry and full. And instead of relying on I can only eat this certain amount of calories, I can only eat these foods in this meal plan, I can only eat at this time of day for this specific food group. It's completely rejecting that altogether and saying I'm no longer going to be ruled by an external source telling me what my internal body can actually just tell me on its own. So it's really about learning to be in tune with your body again. We're going to be strong from the inside out and be strong in the fact that, hey, I already have a God-given internal roadmap, and I'm gonna listen to it, because that is going to lead me down the path of true health instead of what this diet is telling me and where this diet is leading me, which is actually just more restriction, and just honestly, for me, it was just an unhealthy relationship with food. So we have immediate food freedom by rejecting the diet mentality, and that leads us into number two. And number two is to honor your hunger. So when you are hungry, eat. And I know it sounds really, really simple, but like an example, last night I was hungry and I didn't actually eat as much throughout the day yesterday because it was really busy. It was just like an unusually really busy day, and I definitely did eat. It's just that I didn't eat as much as I usually do. So I got to the end of the day, it was around 9 or 9:30 or whatever time it was, and I was hungry, and I really didn't feel like I was late night snacking in a way that was like this constant, every single night I'm just snacking mindlessly and then I wake up feeling bloated. It was, no, I'm actually just gonna have a banana and some peanut butter before I go to bed because I'm gonna honor my hunger. There's no such thing as food rules of you can do this or you shouldn't do that. The whole idea of me not late night snacking chronically all the time isn't about never eating again past 8 p.m. It's just about listening to my body and not mindlessly and chronically eating right before I go to sleep, which just really wasn't helping my digestion, and I was waking up feeling bloated. So focusing on the positives of I really enjoy not waking up feeling bloated, and I feel really good when I don't do that. It's not about I can't do this, it's just about living in a way that makes your body feel good, and that's what I'm all about. So last night when I was hungry, it wasn't like, oh, I'm not late night snacking anymore. No, of course I'm gonna sometimes have a snack before I go to bed. Tip number 3 is to make peace with food. So there's no such thing as good food or bad food. It would be like saying apples are good and chocolate is bad. So there's no such thing as good and bad food. There's maybe food that's higher in sugar or higher in fat or higher in carbs or higher in protein or higher in this or no, more of this macronutrient or less of this one. Food at the end of the day is food. Removing the labels of good and bad really gives yourself permission to eat, and it helps you to not feel deprived from maybe some of your favorite foods that maybe previously you would have labeled as bad. If I want to have a piece of chocolate cake or some carrot cake, I don't want my mind telling me that's bad, because it's not bad. Carrot cake is really good. It's delicious and I love it. The last tip is to respect your body. For example, there will be some days where you do way more activity. Say you go for a long run, or say you do a really hard workout and you just feel more hungry that particular day. Really responding to your body's need for food and eating until you're satisfied. And then on the flip side, maybe there's other days where you wake up and you just don't feel that hungry. That's the kind of culture that we live in. It's not good to eat too much, or you shouldn't eat too little. And it's like, I think that telling people either way, that it destroys our ability to listen to our bodies. There is everything right with listening to your body, and nobody can tell you that you should eat this amount or you shouldn't eat this amount. Listen to your body. How many times can I say that in this video? I don't know. Now, the last tip under this little one tip of respecting your body, respect that you are unique. You might be almost 6 feet tall. You might be under 5 feet tall. I'm 5'5". We are all shaped so differently. It breaks my heart when I see girls looking at their friends' food and saying, wow, you don't eat that much, or wow, I eat so much more than you. And it's like, oh, we are all shaped so differently. Your activity levels, your genetics, your metabolism. I would never expect me, being a size 7.5 shoe, to fit into a size 5 shoe. That's silly. That's the thing, is you can't expect or compare yourself to other people. It's literally unrealistic, and it's honestly just harmful. Okay, that's the basics of just listening to your body and intuitive eating and all that kind of stuff. And now we're gonna get into the actual food. I have been watching the Food Network since 4th grade. I was obsessed with cooking and just baking. I would watch Giada and Bobby Flay for hours, and Rachel Ray and Duff Goldman. Oh my gosh, all the Food Network people, yes please. It's something that I genuinely love. Like, it's a passion of mine. I'm not obsessed with food and dieting and all that kind of stuff anymore because I've been freed from it, but I still do have very much a passion for food and healthy cooking. I appreciate that God has given us taste buds, sweet and savory. Oh, I love food. So something that I learned recently, and I thought this would be kind of a good way to start this off and lay it as the foundation for what I'm going to be explaining in for the rest of this video. I learned from a doctor recently that there is no food that exists in nature by itself that is simultaneously high in fat and high in sugar, except for breast milk. So that being said, I really have found that it's just helpful, and I don't do this all the time. This is, again, no rules, no restriction, all that kind of stuff. I don't even think I need to say that at this point in the video. I really do enjoy food combining. So I love to have a banana with peanut butter, carbs, sugar, and then healthy fats. Or an apple with some almonds. You have carbs and sugar with the apple, and then you have healthy fats with the almonds and some protein with the almonds. So I really like to focus on my snacks and my meals in that macronutrient balanced way. So macronutrients, protein, carbs, and fat balanced by having a little bit of each of those. So super interesting. I didn't know that, and I thought it'd be kind of interesting for you as well. Maybe not, I don't know. I'm just like weird facts like that. I think we can all agree that fruit and veggies are so important to a healthy diet. So let's just talk about it. I know we're all dying to know. Vegetables. How can we eat enough veggies? And sometimes, especially when you're first starting out in a healthy lifestyle, it can be really maybe daunting or a little scary to eat vegetables. I have noticed in my own personal body, the more I eat something, the more I crave it. So honestly, a few years ago when I started eating sauerkraut, I know not something that everyone likes, I didn't like it, but I ate a spoonful every single day for the health benefits of the probiotics, and I started noticing that my body would actually start craving it. I'm not a doctor, and I'm not saying this out of it will happen, but I found in my body, I'll say it that way, that that's what's happened to me is my body starts craving it, and that's really what's changed everything for me when it comes to eating healthy. Something that I personally have been working on is consuming more raw veggies. No, you don't have to sit there and eat raw Brussels sprouts to be consuming raw vegetables. The way that I like to do it is simply in a snack. So celery with peanut butter or carrots and hummus. I absolutely love cut up cucumber with fresh lime juice on top. Oh my gosh, if you haven't had that, with like a little sprinkle of pink salt. It's so good. Just keep it simple, and honestly, simple is what works. When you overcomplicate it, that's when things just get out of hand, and then you end up not doing it at all because it's too complicated or it's too hard. I've always said if you want it done, make it fun. So just keep it simple, make it something that's enjoyable. Now again, under this whole like food portion of this video, we have macronutrients and we have micronutrients. Macronutrients, again, protein, carbs, and fat, which is what I talked about earlier, which is just basically having balanced meals and snacks. So for me, when it comes to food and meals and snacks, I really, again, for myself, I like to have a balance of protein, carbs, and fat, macronutrients, and then micronutrients. What are micronutrients? Micronutrients are the vitamins and minerals that's found in our food. So that helps with our energy production, it helps with fluid regulation within our body, all that kind of stuff when we are referring to, you know, being hydrated after a workout, drinking coconut water, or eating a banana before we go for a run so that we can prevent cramps. That's what we're really talking about when it comes to micronutrients, those vitamins and the minerals that keep our bodies functioning properly and optimally. This is the fun stuff for me because we're gonna be going over 10 of my favorite superfoods. What's a superfood? When we talk about superfoods, we're talking about foods that are, again, high in those micronutrients, so vitamins and minerals, and specifically that have antioxidants. So what are antioxidants? Antioxidants basically fight free radicals in our body. Our bodies naturally have their own ability to regulate, you know, fighting off free radicals. However, antioxidants are found in foods. Again, I'm not a doctor. This is just my basic understanding of antioxidants. Number one is green tea or matcha or just regular plain old green tea. I'm actually drinking an iced green tea right now. If you've been here for a while, you know that I love my daily matcha lattes. Matcha is like that green tea powder, so it's just more potent, more, you know, intense, if you will. But green tea or matcha, both are really good. Matcha is just like really, really powerful. I love matcha, but today I'm having green tea. Green tea is so high in antioxidants. It's just really, really amazing at boosting your metabolism. It's great for glowy skin. It's overall just one of my favorite superfoods, so I had to include it as number one on this list because I seriously have it every single day. Green tea is number one on this list and in my heart. Number two is blueberries. Blueberries are so high in antioxidants. I can't tell you how many books that doctors have written that say blueberries are just like their number one superfood. They are so, so good for you. My favorite way to have them is in a smoothie. I pretty much every single day have a blueberry smoothie. So I just buy organic frozen blueberries and I blend it up with some banana and some other yummy ingredients. So number three on the list are almonds. I love snacking on raw almonds. I pretty much have raw almonds every single day, whether it's just a handful of them or whether it's like raw almond butter or my homemade granola that I love. Those are baked almonds, but almonds are so good. Almonds are high in calcium and they're actually high in vitamin E, which is so good for your skin. Number four is goji berries. Oh my goodness. I feel like these are like the #1 superfood that everyone's always like, goji berries are the greatest berries alive. Goji berries are so yummy. They're kind of like tart, and I love to put them on top of acai bowls, which is actually my next superfood. So goji berries actually have up to 12 times the amount of antioxidants that blueberries do. I love blueberries though, and pretty much every single doctor again says that blueberries are like the #1 superfood, but then we have goji berries coming along and they're like, we have more antioxidants than you. So don't even get me started on the blueberry, goji berry antioxidant war, because I just don't want to be a part of it. All I'm saying is that I love goji berries and they are really, really high in antioxidants. And if you've never tried them before, I will link my favorite ones in the description box. Again, that's what brings me into my next superfood, which is acai. Acai berries, oh, who doesn't love a good acai bowl? Acai is both high in vitamins and minerals, so again, lots of micronutrients in there. Acai berries in those frozen packets that you can buy from the store. I get it unsweetened, so it's just pure acai, super, super good, super, super food. Okay, moving on to the next one. #6, I think we're on, is coconut. Oh my goodness, I don't even think I need to explain my love for coconut, and honestly, who even cares? Because coconuts are very, very high in healthy fats that honestly just help us to have energy. It's actually really good for your gut health. Coconut is just so good, whether it's coconut cream or actual coconut shavings. I love to put coconut in my granola that I home make, and I love coconut cream in like really yummy stir fries or putting it in smoothies. Any type of coconut, coconut water, coconut meat, coconut shavings, coconut straight from the tree, whatever kind of coconut. It's a superfood and it's one that I absolutely love. #7 is flax seeds. Flax seeds are really high in omega-3s, so they're really, really good for your brain health. You can put them into muffins, you can put them into bread, you can put them in your oatmeal. Flax seeds are so good for your skin health too that it's just a superfood that I try to consume as regularly as I possibly can, and one that I just really love. The next one is cinnamon. It's very high in antioxidants and it's really good at stabilizing your blood sugar. That's kind of the thing that cinnamon is known for, like cinnamon in your oatmeal, cinnamon in breads and baked goods, cinnamon on top of like a banana with peanut butter, cinnamon in smoothies, like a cinnamon almond butter smoothie. So good. #9 is ginger. Ginger is so good at just being amazing at everything, honestly. Ginger has just been known to improve and help digestion. I love ginger. Like, I literally buy just plain old ginger that's just been like fermented and I'll just eat it. Like, literally give me all the ginger. Like, if I ever go out for sushi, I could literally eat pounds of ginger. I like have a weird obsession with ginger. I absolutely love it and I consume it regularly. Ginger shots are amazing. Ginger's just, it's the bomb.com. I love ginger. Why did I just say bomb.com? I should never say that again. Okay. Last but not least, #10 is avocado. It is truly a super fruit. Yes, I said fruit. If you didn't know, avocado is a fruit. It's kind of weird. I feel even weird saying that for some reason. I don't know why. Okay, moving on. Avocado is so good. Not only for its creamy deliciousness, but it's actually really high in vitamin C and folate, which is awesome. And if you didn't know this already, fun fact about avocado, it has more potassium than a banana. Sorry, bananas, I do love you, but avocado takes the cake. I don't know why, I just thought it was funny that I said takes the cake, like bananas, avocados, cake. There's so much food, you know? So those are my 10 favorite superfoods, just delicious, yummy foods that are high in all those good micronutrients. We're gonna finish all this off with just some simple, healthy, yummy eating tips. So if you're new to healthy eating and you just don't know where to start and you just don't even know like where to begin, just relax. My #1 piece of advice is to just make peace with your body and make peace with your plate. If you can do that, you are going to do just fine, not fine. You are going to thrive. Your body is going to feel amazing. But there is definitely some ways that we can consume more fruits and veggies, and I'm going to go over that right now. So let's talk about snacking smart. So some fun, easy, little healthy snacking tips that I have for you are, again, to just combine those micronutrients and macronutrients, healthy protein, carbs, and fat with, you know, getting some vitamins and minerals in. So super, super simple, not overcomplicated or crazy at all. Have a apple with some almonds. Have a banana with some peanut butter or almond butter, or have a smoothie with some coconut oil in there and maybe a handful of spinach to get in some greens. I love to have like granola with some strawberries, because again, this is just, it's not a hard and fast rule. It's just a way to make your body feel good and give your body just what it wants and needs, which is all of those micronutrients and macronutrients, and just keep it really simple. Fruit has lots of vitamins and minerals, and obviously we can really easily get in some healthy fats and proteins with nuts and seeds and all that kind of stuff. So like for an example, for me in like a day of eating, I love in the morning to have eggs, sweet potato, avocado, some fruit. I love coconut yogurt. Obviously I mix and match all these different things. Sometimes I'll have granola with the yogurt with some fruit. It just depends. Every single day is different, but again, as you can see, I have lots of different fats and protein and carbs and micronutrients. We have lots of different things going on in there, and that's what makes a really balanced breakfast. For snacking, typically honestly just do like a fruit with some type of healthy fat, and that's just what works for me. Chia seed pudding, oh wow, I love chia seed pudding with some fruit on top of that. Oh, I should have put chia seeds on my list. I can't believe I didn't put chia seeds. Okay, another little fun tip that I have for you that goes along with, again, what I eat. Okay, you know, you always hear like an apple a day keeps the doctor away. I just like to try to have a salad every single day. Now, whether that's a very small little arugula salad with my breakfast, or whether it's a full-on salad for lunch, which I typically have a salad for lunch pretty much every single day just because I love salad. By salad, I just mean eating some raw greens every single day. So whether that's spinach or arugula or just a nice leafy green salad, you're gonna feel so good. There's something about a good salad that just energizes me and makes me feel so good. Back to what I eat for lunch, I again will typically have a nice leafy green salad with some tuna, avocado, beets. I sprinkle hemp seeds. My go-to healthy, amazing salad dressing is just, it's homemade and it's really easy. It's apple cider vinegar with a little bit of whatever oil that I want. So olive oil, I typically use avocado oil, and then I add in a little bit of lemon juice, and I add in a little bit of agave, and then I'll do a little bit of coconut aminos, and I just mix all that up and I pour it on top of my salad. So that's a really good tip. That dressing is a tip in and of itself, because that's gonna make your salads taste delicious. And that goes into my next tip when it comes to eating salads, which is to massage your dressing into your salad. Your salads will taste 1,000 times better. They will literally change the taste of your entire salad. Really massage every bit of salad into your salad. Do you know what I'm saying? Moving on. And then again, I'll just snack throughout the day whenever I feel like I want to snack, and I typically do have a matcha every single day. And then for dinner, oh my goodness, I made the best dinner ever the other night. It was in my last video. It was this amazing, delicious veggie falafel plate. And that's typically at dinners when I get a lot of my veggies in. So I love to do veggie stir fries. Again, I made those falafels that were actually made with sweet potato and cauliflower. Vegetables are amazing when you season them properly, and when you find fun, yummy different recipes, whether it's veggie pizza or a veggie lasagna or a veggie stir fry. I love vegetables. So good. I'm not completely vegetarian or anything like that. I definitely do still eat meat. Yeah, I definitely just listen to my body and I do eat meat. I will have different grass-fed meat. Yeah, I really do love veggies, and I love cooking with veggies and eating veggies and flavoring veggies. We cannot have a healthy eating video without talking about water. It is so important to stay hydrated, and just the basic rule of thumb is to just drink half of your body weight in ounces every single day. I just like to keep it simple, and I drink about 3 of these, I think it's like 1 liter. I just drink 3 of these every single day. This is just my hydro flask, my handy dandy hydro flask. I carry this thing with me wherever I go, wherever I am. This hydro flask is as well. Just some basic water drinking tips. You can flavor your water. Lemon water is amazing. That's really high in vitamin C and just really good for digestion. So if you're bored with water, you can always flavor it with lemon or different fruits. You can infuse it with mint or whatever you like to make it, you know, just more enjoyable for you. Another tip is to drink out of a straw. I think that it's just really easy for me to just mindlessly sip on it. Yeah, it's really important to stay properly hydrated, and that moves me into my last little water drinking tip, which is to add in those electrolytes, especially when you you are going to be working out, you know, you're sweating and you're losing that water. Electrolytes just basically help to balance out that fluid in your body and replace those very much needed minerals in your body. So, you know, potassium and sodium and all that kind of stuff. You really want to make sure that you are properly hydrated, like on a cellular level. So for me personally, I get a lot of questions about that. I like to take electrolytes before I work out, and I also like to have them during my workout. So I'll link my 2 favorite electrolyte powders in the description box if you want to check those out. Really random, but let's talk about salt. So table salt is just really heavily processed, and the salt that I personally use is pink Himalayan salt. It's just way more less processed. It's way less processed, and it is the most like natural salt, like in its purest form. I've been using pink Himalayan salt for years, and it's delicious and I love it. The only thing with pink Himalayan salt is it's not super high. It's just not super high in iodine in our natural foods that we're consuming when we're eating a healthy, balanced diet with lots of different micronutrients and different macronutrients. We should be at least getting lots of iodine-rich foods. Fiber, again, if you are eating enough fruits and veggies, you should be totally fine with your fiber intake. Fiber is in avocados, it's in nuts, gosh, it's in berries, Brussels sprouts. Oh my goodness, it's literally, I don't find, for me personally, with the diet that I eat, again, not dieting, but just my diet, I don't find that it's hard to eat a diet that is, you know, high in fiber and high in iodine, because my foods naturally just have that in the foods. Sweeteners. I do really love to have coconut sugar, and I like to bake with coconut sugar. It's just not as processed as the white sugar, and there is actually like some minerals in the coconut sugar. And obviously sugar is naturally occurring in fruits and all different types of food, but as far as, you know, added sugar or the sweeteners that I like to use when it comes to added sugar, I just like to consume it in its most pure form, which is like raw local honey and maple syrup. And I love stevia. I know that's not like sugar, but that is a sweetener that I really love. Okay, so the very last thing that I'm going to address that's kind of done with the food now is my personal, just little one last thing, because I get so many questions on it since I mentioned it in a previous video, and that is intermittent fasting. Now, I am not going to recommend that you intermittent fast because you need to listen to your body, but I did want to answer just some of the basic questions on it since it's been so transformative for my body. My form of intermittent fasting that I personally do is I typically just basically, at the very most basic form, is I just typically eat my breakfast after 10 p.m. every single day, and I typically stop eating around 8 p.m. every single day. So I usually don't snack after 8 p.m. That's not a hard and fast rule. As I mentioned in the beginning of this video, I had a banana the other night, but I'm just saying my body thrives when I give my body optimal time to digest my food and I give my digestive system a rest. So again, I really believe that where you're at in your health and fitness journey is so unique to you and your body. Like years ago, I learned about intermittent fasting and I knew it wouldn't be right for me because of just where I was at on my own journey with my own body. And then years later, I decided to implement it after my doctor talked to me a little bit about the health benefits, since I can't even talk because I have so much to say. Because I was having gut issues, he really suggested to do intermittent fasting. For example, let's say I stopped eating my last bite of food at 7 p.m. and then I wake up at 10, I don't wake up at 10 a.m. I eat my first bite of food at 10 a.m. So from 7 p.m. to 10 a.m., that is a window that I have given my body a break. I've given my digestive system a rest. That's why we call it breakfast break fast. So our body has been essentially fasting all night. So I'm just increasing the time before bed just a little bit and increasing the time after I wake up just a little bit, just to give my body a little bit of extra room so that I can just feel good. It's helped my digestion so much, my energy levels so much. I absolutely love it. There just are so many health benefits to it. And again, I am not promoting not eating. I want to be really clear on this. Intermittent fasting is something that is studied and that doctors widely acknowledge for its many different benefits. This is not about not eating and restriction. Obviously, I think at this point in the video, you know that. I'm very much passionate about listening to my body. And again, that means that intermittent fasting helps me to listen to my body, and it helps my body not to deprive myself, but to thrive. And that's basically what I do for intermittent fasting. It's not complicated, it's not hard, and it's definitely not, I can't eat. And again, if I wake up in the morning and I've had a super early morning, yeah, I'm gonna eat something. Again, there's no hard and fast rules. It's about thriving, not depriving. And I just wanna say that I'm just so proud of you. I know that you have come a long way on your own health and fitness journey, and wherever you're at right now, I just want you to accept yourself and be so proud of yourself. When I accepted my body, that's when everything changed for me, when it wasn't about the outside anymore, but when I was just able to not look to the mirror for self-acceptance and approval. I just really found that, hey, I'm loved by God, and that's enough. I really want you to know that the place that you look for approval should never be from the mirror, and it should never be even from our own opinions about ourselves, because our opinions can waver so much. But when we have a firm foundation that, hey, I am fearfully and wonderfully made by God, that is when everything changes. And that's when my life changed. And that's honestly when I became the healthiest ever. You are so much more than your body. You are a soul, and you are beautiful, and your life is so much more than your external appearance. That's what makes food so much more enjoyable, and fitness, when we get our eyes off of the mirror. We actually will get to enjoy the benefits of eating healthy and of working out when we stop obsessing with the results. When we just do it for the sake of, this makes me feel good and this makes me thrive, your whole life, I really truly believe, will change. It just makes me want to cry, because I struggled for so long with healthy eating and just with my relationship with my body and with my food. And I just want you to know that wherever you're at on your health and fitness journey, I just want you to know that you can do it, and to never ever give up, and to never ever believe the lies that tell you that you're not enough. God has truly made you beautiful, and you are so much more than your body. Okay, I did not expect to cry, but I really believe this with all of my heart and soul, that you're so much more than your weight. You are so much. I don't even weigh myself. I threw away my scale years ago. I don't even know what I weigh. I haven't weighed myself in like 6 years, and I never will weigh myself again. At the doctor's office, I don't even look at the scale. But gosh, okay, I'm going off on a tangent here, but anyway, I really do want you to know that you are so loved, and I love you so much. And I certainly don't believe that it's an accident that you're watching this video right now. I really believe that God brought you to this video, and I hope at the very least that it just helps you at a very basic level. But I also really hope that you can see that my heart is to help you from the inside out to be healthy, and that's what matters. Every single Wednesday, I send out emails that help you to continue this healthy lifestyle, so you can sign up at the link below. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I like to respond to as many comments as I possibly can, and I specifically comment back within the first hour if you watch, so don't forget to turn on those notifications. Hit that notification bell if you want me to respond to your comment for sure. If you did enjoy this video, please click thumbs up. I poured my heart and soul into it, and it just really helps my channel out when you do click thumbs up. And with all that being said, how many times can I say I love you? I love you, and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.